Я здесь, потому что здесь мое место. I'm here in the Ukrainian East Village with the Ukrainskaya Katolitska Церковь, Ukrainian Catholic Church, not Orthodox. It is a beautiful building, built in 1976, presumably by emigres fleeing the Soviet Union, or perhaps white Russian emigres who had set up outside Russia following the Civil War. Maybe they got some money together and put together this Cerkov, or in Ukrainian Cerkva. I don't know. I guess I'm speaking Surjik. Surjik, which is a mix of Russian and Ukrainian that most Ukrainians speak, or spoke at least, prior to February 2022, and where everyone has consciously made an effort to switch to pure Ukrainian. The Ukrainian East Village is not the whole East Village. It's an area between 6th Street up to 10th Street, between 1st Avenue and 3rd Avenue. And there's like a smattering of Ukrainian businesses and restaurants there. Of course, there was more, but now the area is being gentrified by NYU students, and everyone is pushed out. So, as is every neighborhood in New York, that's the circle of life. And before the Ukrainians, this area was Jewish, and before them, I'm sure it was something else. So, that's the circle of immigration and gentrification. But the most famous restaurant, the community center of the Ukrainian East Village, is Veselka. When I was a kid, 6 pierogis, vareniki, were I think like $4 or something, and now 6 pierogis is like I think $14. Anyway, they're good, but if you want authentic Ukrainian vareniki, attached to this Katolitska Cerkov, there is this restaurant, Streecha, which it started off as like just a couple of babushki, some older ladies who work for the church making pierogis, I guess to pay for the maintenance of the church or something, or the upkeep. Anyway, it became an in-the-know kind of place. Unfortunately, they close at 5 p.m., so we can't go in. But if you're looking for an authentic Ukrainian vareniki experience, check out Streecha. Okay, scratch that. We're not going to Veselka because there's a line down the block. Pierogi is actually a Polish word that we have loaned into English. The Ukrainian word and the Russian word vareniki, it just refers to any sort of dumpling that has a filling. Traditionally a meat dumpling, but now here they make them with cheese, with arugula and goat cheese is my favorite one. Сiem мясных вареников, $17. I've been robbed! Oh my God, at the Ukrainian East Village Restaurant next door to Veselka, which is supposed to be the cheaper option traditionally. But oh my God, and the entire time I had to keep flagging her down. I was like, dайте мне воды, пожалуйста, водичка, пожалуйста. She kept walking by me. I was so dehydrated. Oh my God, I had to ask her for applesauce. I almost had to ask her for sour cream. Crazy. So it tasted amazing, but I mean, is that relevant when you're paying $17 for 7 boiled vareniki? Wow. Crazy. Another hotel. This one is in the ghetto. It's in not so great part of Queens. It's fine. I've been here a couple of times before. I'm gonna do my bed bug check. The lady that I'm, eventually going to be renting off, the fucking boomers that were staying with her are like extending their stay. So she offered to put me up in her apartment, but she's old. She has colon cancer. Like, I'm not gonna expect her to put me up. So I said, don't worry about it. Anyway, so I'm here. In the ghetto. Actually, not that bad. This area is fine. It's just next to the Ravenswood housing projects, which were once named the 8th most dangerous neighborhood in America, but that is actually not true. I used to walk by there all the time. It's fine. It's very, very tame, actually, especially when you compare it to some of the neighborhoods in Brooklyn and the east of Brooklyn. The rapper Nas is actually from the Ravenwood projects. A bunch of other rappers are, but none have achieved such critical success. So many famous projects, like the Marcy projects. But anyway, the Ravenswood ones are not as famous, I would say. They're a little bit more tame, a little bit more chill. Sí, pero ¿por qué no los dos? Huge Dominican. I'm going to influence here. I'm black and Dominican. I'm going to a Dominican breakfast spot now called Sunshine. I don't know, something. I'm not speaking Spanish in the ghetto anymore. I was like, ¿Puedo pagar con tarjeta y quiero frutero para llevar? And the one was like, you don't need to do that. Don't do that. I was like, okay.
Now look, if you bring it back.
When I was growing up, it was assumed and it was never questioned that capitalism is the best system that humanity has ever come up with. And that obviously, that viewpoint was inherited by my parents' generation and their generation before them, because they were always at odds with, you know, the Soviet Union and this other way of life that they believed was not working. But you look around here in the center of American capitalism, and it doesn't look like capitalism is working out anymore. It's not doing so well. And I think my generation is the first since the 90s, right? The relative prosperity and time of abundance of the 90s and the 2000s. No one questioned this system that we live in, but I think now for the first time, people are looking around and saying, like, I don't know, guys. It's not looking so great. Holy shit. I just PR'd, I think, I can't do math right now, but 45 times 5 is definitely more than my body weight. I weigh 160 pounds, so I think that's over 200 pounds. Oh, dead. Some delicious sushi, and it's above a smoke shop. So there you go. Sushi is one of probably the only cuisine in New York that isn't shit, because all of this fish is imported. We have always something going on over here. Oh my god, live theater, guys. It's gonna get copyright flagged now, probably. It seems like a whole lot of nothing, whatever. And he died. But the other problem with the sushi is that super delicious. It was like $53 for 10 pieces and a Toro roll, and I'm still fucking famished. So I gotta get something else. I saw a Chinese pot sticker dumpling spot over there, but it's where that crowd is, so that's impossible. And I have to get home before it gets dark because I live in the ghetto. I'm staying in the ghetto. Back in the ghetto in my hotel, and third night in, looked out the window for the first time. I have a beautiful view, guys. Let me see if I can point out some of the, wow, this is super hard to do like this, but okay, where's my finger? Here we go. This one here, that's the Chrysler building. Hi, this is the Chrysler building. This one, everyone's favorite. That's the Bank of America Tower, the blue one. And then this area here, this is Billionaires Row. I actually did, I installed a garden on Billionaires Row, not one of those big buildings, but looking onto them. Actually, if I was the homeowner, I'd be very pissed because my view of the park was obstructed by these, I think it's called 105 Central Park is the name of this tower here. I don't know. But anyway, I was just thinking, I was looking at this amazing vista. Man delights not me. And yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. Hamlet's soliloquy, where he says, he remarks on the beauty of the world, the paragon of animals, and yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. That is to say, oh my God, I'm so Hamlet the Dane, actually, with my little polo neck on. That is to say, this beautiful vista is lost on me because I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm numb to New York or I've just seen it so many times. But this, I can't even look at it and say like, wow, I just lost the taste for it completely. And I'm sure like maybe New York is objectively impressive. Maybe the footage you're seeing, I mean, I'm going to select for like positive as I can footage, but yeah, it just does nothing for me. My cockles are cold. Man delights not me, no, nor woman neither. Though by your smiling you seem to think so. Oh my gosh, shut up. Back on the Upper West Side, got my stuff resting here while I do a deep clean. Because let me tell you, I came in here, I was always gonna do a little bit of a clean just because there's been other people in the space and like not everybody's standards of cleanliness are as high as mine. I knew that, but I have to say I was a little bit shocked because I came in, okay, they made the bed, they left me a nice note saying like, Sean, thank you for being so flexible this weekend because, I mean, I wasn't being flexible, I had to be flexible because this isn't my apartment. But Lorraine, the woman whose apartment it is, basically asked if I could stay another night wherever I was. She didn't know that I was at a hotel or else she probably wouldn't have asked anyway. So they left me a nice note or whatever. So I come in, there's like food residue on the counter. This table has like Chinese food on it. You know, the stove has like some crumbs here and everything. This is all like nitpicky stuff, okay? This is just like, you know, could be excused as like, that's just my standards of cleanliness or whatever. There was like a little mark on the table, but on the bedside locker, you know, whatever, it's no big stuff. I did leave this place looking like the Four Seasons because that's just how I was raised, but you know, not everyone is so lucky. But then what actually disappointed me, keep in mind that the couple is a guy in his 50s and the woman is in her 40s. She's more of a girl really. And they have a child, or he has a child at least, who is my age, okay? So these are parents. And this cutting board, this is wrong on so many levels. One, you fucked up the cutting board and then duplicitously left it face down so no one would see. Like, that is just crazy. That's crazy. A cutting board is $10 at Target down the road. Just go get a new cutting board or something. Like, you were staying here for free for over a week. So I'm making breakfast and I'm looking after Lorraine's dog. What's in there? She will not leave this closet. What's in there, missus? What's in there? What are you waiting for? Really want something in this closet, but I don't know. I think it's this bear. But this also could be a precious family heirloom, so I don't want to give it to her. I don't know, but she keeps like coming over here and barking. Maybe I should like do a test. Do you want this? Is this what you want? Okay, no? Is it this? Okay, I think this is what you want. Okay. Yes. Okay, this is what you want. This is what... okay. Okay, well, that's what she wanted. Okay, wow. Well, this is a girl dog. All right, reprint of that catering. All right, so that was Barney Greengrass, a traditional. Okay, so that was Barney Greengrass, a traditional New York institution of the Upper West Side, Jewish delicatessen. Lived up to the hype. Very happy to hear that, because a lot of the time, like Katz's Delicatessen on the Lower East Side, New Yorkers love sandwiches because they're convenient, right? The sandwich of the moment, I would say, is the bacon, egg, and cheese, all one word. It's the working man sandwich. Yo, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. I would get it on a poppy seed bagel because I'm a fagala, Yiddish word. But the traditional New York sandwich, okay? Again, if you think about Yiddish, you think about the demographics of New York. It's not the pastrami on rye, it's not the chopped cheese, it's the bagel with the schmear cream cheese, and smoked salmon, or lox, Yiddish word, I think, a little bit of capers, and raw red onion or tomato, optional. What I think is interesting about that whole thing is the changing sandwiches really tell the changing history of the demographics in New York. So the bagel with the schmear is an Eastern European Jewish influence, and whereas today you've got your bacon, egg, and cheese, that's a hearty, protein-heavy sandwich that sets you up for the day. You got your eggs, you got your bacon. Obviously, traditionally the Jews don't eat pork, so I think it's just interesting how the sandwiches have changed. Okay, maybe not interesting, but it's like, you know, some autistic history for you there. There you go. Let ruin end here. Let him find honey where there once was a slaughter. Let him enter the lion's cage and find a field of lilacs. Let this be the healing, and if not, let it be. Just ran into my granddad on the train.
Well, I'm being ridiculous here with this.
I'm not permanently settled just yet, because there is another guest coming to this fucking transit museum, this flop house, okay? She needs to stop being so generous and letting people stay here, okay? Because I'm the only person who should be staying here. No, I you know, part of this whole arrangement was that she has, you know, prior commitments with people, and I respect that. So she has someone coming. I'm not sure if it's 3 days or for a week. I'm not sure, because she might be getting the timing confused or something, because then I'm officially going to start renting from her. Yay! In April. And but then in April, there's another person coming around the 18th or something like that, and they're coming for a weekend. I don't know. I told her, like, listen, you've been so good to me. She's not charging me any rent. So I said, like, when that person comes in April, like, I'll go stay at a hotel, or I'll go visit my friend in Miami or something, whatever. I'll be out of your hair. Just because I feel like that's the right thing to do, since she has been so accommodating and so generous to me. I just want to show the presentation, the way I'm leaving the apartment for them. Okay, so bed, beautifully made, towels. This, you could eat your dinner off this table. Kitchen, all done. No things in the drying rack, nothing. Everything is ready to go. And the bathroom, also spotless. It better fucking be like this when I get back. It won't be, because people are pigs. Gavons.